Boo. All right. Day 64. I say with not complete confidence. But what I am sure of is that it's fucking back day. Uh, it's an ungodly hour. My sleep schedule has become abhorrent. Though the amount of sleep I've been getting is very nice. I'm back home for spring break, so I've had nothing to do. So essentially, I wake up, I do my cardio, I come back, I get some food, then I go to bed again, and I sleep for a while, and then I get up, get some more food, and then I sleep. Then I get up and I get some more food, and then I sleep, and then I go to the gym, and then repeat the cycle. It's fucking great. So, back, I'm gonna be going to Planet Fitness again, another little Planet Fitness episode. Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't want to do a ton of chest workouts at Planet Fitness, since you got to start off heavy, and I don't only want to do. I don't only want to do Smith machine bench as the primary mover. So, but for back, it's more than well enough equipped with pull downs, cable rows, just the cable stacks in general are good for back. They've got some. Every Planet Fitness I go to, they have this cool rowing machine too. It's like unilateral. I'll be using that later. So let's just get in there and get a fucking gnarly pump. So I didn't make use of any of the machines I was talking about before I fucking came here. All I did was pull downs and rows. A few different varieties, but still. That was it. So let's see if such a basic workout still elicited a pump. And again, posing down out in the middle of Pfit just seems preferable to going into the locker room. Certainly feel pumped. Holy shit. It's like a fucking turtle shell. Love it. Oh. I'll have to review that footage to really analyze all of the muscle insertions, but just by feel, that was a highly effective lift. I'm in a couple of like lifting group chats, and one guy was asking for a back workout, and it kind of perplexes me because after a while, just if you get the right information and know where to look, if you got a set number of sets, for me, I got 11 that I pretty much do for every muscle group, because that adds up to about the right workload per week per muscle. Then I can pretty much do any exercises that I feel like, right? Obviously, I'll fall into a couple of patterns. Like chest, I always start with some kind of bench, and squats are always first for quads. But other than those like little nuanced things that I pick up just from preference, like I could have done this whole lift in a completely different order, and as long as the intensity was there, I'm still going to get that crazy pump. So it's not so complex as how to hit the muscle. The first thing you should be worried about is just hitting the fuck out of it as hard as possible, right? So I got some card talk to get started, and I'm gonna finish calves first, so let's get the fuck out of this place, goddammit. There we go. Highly successful back day, especially for Planet Fitness, given their reputation. Uh, I did. I did get pulled aside at the end when I was leaving. They said they didn't like me filming in there. But luckily they were nice enough not to stop me. Not to stop me halfway through. Or else you would have seen like 3 sets of pull downs and that would have been the end of it. So luckily that was the last Planet Fitness lift for for right now at least, because I'm headed back to the normal gym in a few days. So tomorrow's gonna be arms. Honestly, I was thinking about going to Planet Fitness again, just because, whatever, everything's there. But, if they don't want me messing around, I will take my lift elsewhere. Not that it really changes anything. I mean, arms is just fucking arms. Whoa! Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, like I was saying, it's this is kind of why I got a little bit of beef, not real beef, with some of the science-based posts that I see a lot, like, talking about the most perfect optimal way to execute a lift and like the most optimal tricep workout. It's hell, man, maybe they're perfectly right. Maybe what they're saying is the exact truth. But what good is that going to do the beginner lifter if he gets to a mild level of discomfort mid-set and then says to himself, "Yep, that felt good. That felt good enough for me. I'm done." It's just going to hinder his growth. I don't care if you give a kid the most perfect training, like you give him a customized lift every day based on his like you got a fucking legendary coach looking at him exactly and like coaching him through the lift, telling him the exact sets to do, or the exact like what am I thinking, exercises. But if the kid doesn't go hard, he's not going to make any more gains than any other schmo, you know? Like, as long as you're not skipping workouts, like you don't skip leg day or whatever, and you actually go in on a consistent basis, you hit everything about twice a week. First and foremost, as a beginner, learn the basic movements. Watch some tutorials or ask some bigger guys for tips on like, how to do a tricep push down. Like, hey, is my squat form all right? Shit like that. But once you reach the point where you know how to lift, it's going to be more beneficial for you, at least at first, to improve your intensity over time. Like for me, not so much now, because for the most part, I feel like I can push myself pretty hard. But every few months when I was starting out lifting, I would have this same sort of thought to myself. Like, I'd be in my little basement gym or whatever, late as fuck, and for whatever reason, I was especially hyped that day. And in my mind, I think to myself, all right, you know what? I gotta step it up. I gotta step up the intensity. And then, I just go crazy, extra hard. And that sets the new bar for the intensity of the workout, right? Like, I don't know if you can really get what I'm saying. Let me try to explain it a little better. I mean, honestly, that's what I mean. Like, every few months, I would think to myself, okay, you know what? Let's step it up. Let's go a little harder. And the more often you can do that, the easier it's going to be for you to reach, your maximum capacity on sets, right? Like for me, or for anybody, let's just take lat pull downs, for example, because that's what we did today. Hypothetically, with a heavy amount of weight, there is a maximum number of reps that your body is capable of executing with, reasonable form. Start off like all the way up, all the way down. Then the reps start to get a little bit more like shorter because you can't squeeze all the way. But whatever. There's a number which is like pretty much as you can do for an actual effective set. And for the most part, you're never going to reach that number just because it's like your mind can't even get that far, But the closer you can get to that, the better. And that's going to come with, you know, building up some mental toughness, some experience with high levels of exertion. And, you know, the only way you're going to improve your ability to do that is by trying to get more and more hype every so often, every lift. So, you know, you're feeling extra tired. Fuck, man. You're not in an ideal position. But you get your music playing, you got your pre pumping through your veins, you can still go hard as fuck. So, main idea I'm trying to tell you is push yourself to the limit as often as possible. And that's going to be more effective than spending more time learning how to do the most optimal shit. But there's value in it, of course. But I mean, you wouldn't try to teach your 16-year-old son how to drift. You wouldn't tell him the most perfect way to initiate a drift if he's never learned how to parallel park. So, Jesus, dude. Back's still pumped. Most likely we'll have a residual pump for a little while. Time to go home, eat some more food, and then fucking go to bed. Go to freaking bed. Rest up. Oh my god. When I was having a nap earlier today, I was dreaming that I was doing back day. Like, I had dreamt that I just finished a few sets of lat pull downs and I was walking over to like a machine row in the Planet Fitness, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, what the fuck? That's how crazy you gotta be, man. You gotta be thinking about this shit all the time. I've said this before, but I mean, over the last like 4.5 years that I've been lifting, I can almost guarantee that working out and all, you know, related aspects, such as like diet and training and just like the gym in general, all the like media that I consume, like everything I'm scrolling through, it's all about the gym, man. Now, I'm not saying you gotta be so crazy that it consumes your life, but if your goal is to get big, it is not gonna hurt. It is not gonna hurt. So, like I was saying, time to get the fuck out of here and go to bed. Cardio in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, you know if you're doing your cardio and you know if you're not. You fucking assholes. What? Okay, fine. Let's get out of here. All right, I will see you next time.